The trainer Naseem Richardson.
Fighting legend Sugar Shane Mosley.
And you recognize the veteran trainer Naseem Richardson, one of the best in the sport. You saw him last weekend with Bernard Hopkins, who finally looks as though maybe he's beginning to wear down. A few years ago, Naseem Richardson took over Mosley's career. He was given a lot of credit after Mosley savaged Antonio Margarito in Los Angeles in January of 2009.
Now, when I watch Shane Mosley, I think of a sign that Muhammad Ali's father once put over a coffee urn at his training camp. It said, "Don't criticize the coffee. You'll be old and stale yourself someday."
Every year is an accomplishment, making you, Larry, the most accomplished among us.
Thank you.
The joy of boxing. Sugar Shane Mosley, throughout his entire career, has come to the ring with a smile on his face. He loves to compete.
He loves boxing, period. And I think he will always be in boxing in some capacity.
One thing he has said now that I don't believe he said earlier after the Pacquiao fight, when it looked like he was gun shy in the second half of the fight, that he had gone into the fight with a bad Achilles heel, and that led to blisters on his other foot, and then his trainer tried to talk him into postponing the fight.
Showed us the surgical scar on the back of the Achilles yesterday, and I'm not sure that he's ever been that forthright in developing exactly what happened there.
Well, and he said he just didn't want to make excuses at the time, which is who he is.
Well, no excuses can be made for young Canelo. He's got a 19-year age advantage. He's more naturally comfortable probably at 154 pounds. He's a savage body puncher with enough sophistication to set up and land those body shots. A lot of people think that's the last thing a 40-year-old fighter would want to see across the ring in the other corner.
But there are a lot of Mexican and Mexican-American fans who do want to see Alvarez. He's already virtually a superstar box office attraction in Mexico, and he is getting tonight on an undercard fight as a reflection of that. $2 million. I don't know that anybody's ever gotten that much.
Other than on a Don King promoted Mike Tyson card after Tyson emerged from prison, and quite a number of the undercard bouts had seven-figure paydays.
Yeah, Chavez Sr. may have been one of them.
Y ahora, damas y caballeros, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Jim, he is the Cinco de Mayo in this Cinco de Mayo fight, but he looks like he could have also fought on St. Patrick's Day. And that's why part of his appeal, his look, and he's here for a couple of reasons. He regards this fight as an audition to fight Mayweather if Mayweather wins.
Well, Mexican fans in general are among the most sophisticated in the sport. They know how careers are built, and they understand the tests that fighters must pass in order to get to the top level. So what Mexicans and Alvarez lovers in general probably most want to see tonight, Emmanuel, is they want to see him tested. They want to see Shane Mosley fight great so that Canelo Alvarez can be stretched and forced to fight at his highest level, and they want to see him win. Most of all, they'd probably like to see him win by devastating knockout.
And I think that Shane Mosley will present that test tonight, even though he hasn't looked that impressive to me in his last three fights. But I think that he's going to put up a good fight tonight, and it's going to be a good test for Alvarez.
The red hair, incidentally, comes from the father's side of the family. He has red-haired cousins. All of his brothers and the rest of his family are Mexican-looking Mexicans in one way or another, if there is such a thing. So he has a look that people can't resist.
The ring is filled with stars. Let's go to Michael Buffer. He's one of